Hi, welcome back. Today's topic will be very interesting. We will talk about the pronunciation of the regular verbs. The simple past has a very special characteristic. It is that all the verbs share the suffix ed, although it isn't pronounced in the same way all the time. The pronunciation of this suffix is closely connected with voiced and voiceless sounds. But right now you may be thinking, what? There are a lot of things to say about this, but it will make it more difficult for you to understand if you haven't heard anything about phonemes or the International Phonetic Alphabet. That's something we'll explain another time. Anyways, you are very lucky today because I am here to help you. Today we'll focus on the easiest way to stop mispronouncing these verbs. The bad news is that this suffix can be pronounced in 3 different ways. The good news are that you only have to identify the consonant that is written before the suffix ed. It is a piece of cake. The first way you can pronounce it is complete. It must sound id or eth, but you can only pronounce it complete if you have the consonants t or v before the suffix. Let's pronounce some words that follow this rule. If you want to, be free to pause the video and pronounce after me. Wanted, wanted, needed, needed, expected, expected, provided, provided, shouted, shouted, visited, visited, hated, hated, haunted, haunted, decided, decided. It was easy, wasn't it? The second form to pronounce this suffix is making it sound as a letter T. It's got a strong sound, T. You will pronounce the verbs in this way only if the consonant before is one of these: B, K, SH, CH, F, X, double S, GH, the letter C. Let's pronounce some words together. As I previously told you, be free to pause the video and pronounce it as much as you need after me. Asked, asked, baked, baked, missed, missed, dropped, dropped, joked, joked, kissed, kissed, worked, worked, helped, helped, pronounced, pronounced, jumped, jumped, looked, looked, danced, danced, laughed, laughed. And the third form you can pronounce these verbs is just making sound the letter V without the letter E. You will make this sound with most of the consonants, since only consonants we mentioned in the first and second rule can be considered exceptions. And even if I had forgotten to add only consonants, you can almost be sure that that consonant would be included in this rule. However, I can tell you that you can pronounce the verb in this way if the consonant before the suffix is L, V, M, R, B, G, W, Y, Z, and all the vowel sounds. Let's pronounce some verbs together. I want you to notice the difference between this rule and the previous one. There's a sort of similarity between them, but this is softer. Allowed, allowed, listened, listened, opened, opened, played, played, traveled, traveled, followed, followed, happened, happened, arrived, arrived, called, called, cleaned, cleaned, performed, performed, described, described, studied, studied, cried, cried. And of course there are many more. But we will stop right here. Otherwise this video will be very long. I I guess today's homework is just to practice your pronunciation skills. This video will be available for a long time, so there aren't excuses. You have to practice it again and again and again until you master it. Just joking. But I honestly recommend you to practice it as much as you can, because this is so simple that you will easily forget it if you don't practice it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate having you here. Please let me know in the comments whether you find this information useful or not. Don't forget to subscribe and press the like button if you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you so much, guys. See you soon.